Hey guys, and welcome to episode 1.3 of the T.A.B.S Championship. And I know you're thinking, why is it episode 1.3? 3? Well, it's because they have added a new faction to the game, the Dynasty faction, which means my original video is instantly grossly out of date because it doesn't feature the clubber going up against any of these Dynasty faction guys. And obviously at some point I would want to have captured this on film. I originally thought maybe I could do a season 2 after they released the 3 new factions and I've gone through every unit of the base game kind of thing. But I thought that was dumb. I also thought I could do episode 1.5 once they've released all 3 of the new factions, with the clubber going up against all 3 of those factions. But again, I thought I have no idea how long it's going to be, and I don't want you guys to think this series is just dead in the water. So I thought I would do episode 1.3 when the Dynasty comes out, and then I'll do 1.6 when the Renaissance or whatever comes out, and then 1.9 when the Pirate faction comes out. And then we'll do episode 2, which will be the Caveman Protector against all of the new factions. So without further ado, let's start the episode. Okay, so we have 7 clubbers against 3 samurai. Oh no, samurai has a really tiny head. And it looks like the clubbers are going to take it. I doubt this one guy can beat all 3, especially with his sword stuck in the crook of that dude's arm. And he goes down. Round 2. It's currently 1-0 to the clubbers, and they're going in. They're really hitting them samurai. That samurai's really short. What the heck? There are some very deformed Asians here. Don't take that out of context. 2-0 to the clubbers, final round, potentially. It probably will be, and it is. The clubbers take the first battle. Second battle, they're up against the firework archer, who shoots fireworks that stick to guys, propel them backwards, and then explode, as you saw. But, oh, he does get a second shot off, but it misses. First shot, completely misses. He's probably going to lose here, which is what we'd expect. Not many archers can kill guys before they get to them in time, at least in our current experience. Round 3 is currently 2-0 to the clubbers. That guy's really going crazy, and away he goes, part of the tribal space program now. Oh, he does get the second shot off, but misses again. Okay, third battle. Clubbers against monks. Whole lot of clubbers against... I don't know how many monks. 1, 2, 3, 6 it looks like to me. There was another one, they could be like the 7 samurai, except they're not samurai, they're monks. The monks are a very defensive unit, so they can really take a beating, and they can hold their own against some foes that you would think would completely crush them, like knights and kings, but they just don't have the killing power. You need some more killer units, so they are going to lose round 1. And we're going to go straight into round 2 and see what happens here. Currently 1-0 to the clubbers. And nice! They're good at pushing people back, but they just don't do enough damage to get the job done. They're just going to be kind of stuck here, flailing away at these clubbers all day long. Wow, that clubber did a little backflip there. I'm not sure if you guys caught that one. Oh, 1-on-1. No, the monk. I was going to say the monk wins, but again, he just knocked the dude back but didn't kill him. And now he is the only monk left. He's getting completely swarmed. There's no way he can win, and in fact that is the truth. Third, possibly final round. 2-0 to the clubbers. I can't see the monks bringing this back in any world. The clubbers are just... They're the opposite of the monks. They have good killing power, but not very good living power. But in these numbers, they beat the monks every time. And I would say the monks are probably going to do really badly in this series overall, because they're a bit like having a brick wall. They're hard to kill, and they're going to block you for a long time, but they're not going to kill you anytime soon. Now we have 3 ninjas against our clubbers, 1,500 points worth of clubbers. The ninjas are like super short range, super fast attacking archers, and they are going to beat the clubbers there. A nice aerial shot at the end there. You can see the sheer mass of tribalmen coming towards them, but it's like a meat grinder. Oh my god, are the ninjas going to lose though? No, it doesn't look like they are. The thing is, it takes more than 1 shuriken to kill even a clubber, but they have like just that subtle knockback when they hit them in the gut and stuff, and They can take more of a beating than your standard archers. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, this dude's still alive, but half in the ground. Maybe the ice froze around him when it used to be water. And it looks like he did actually kill one of the ninjas there, but we'll never know. Up against the dragons now. Going to have a bit of slow motion so that it doesn't lag out my game and ruin the frame rate too much. Very blobby fire coming from the mouths of these dragons, but the actual the particles of the flame aren't the same thing as the actual fire hitbox. The fire hitbox is separate to the fire effect, which means sometimes it can look like a thing is being covered in blobby balls of fire, but they're actually safe, or vice versa. And it looks like the dragons are just going to completely win this. It's because this extremely viscous blob-like fire that they spew out it has just a very good knockback, and the clubbers just can't do anything against it. They're just getting washed back. It's quite sad to watch, really. Even though there's so many clubbers going up against them, they're all just going to fall to the onslaught. And look at them! Look at those dancing geishas holding the dragons. I was going to say holding them steady, but it doesn't look very steady to me. Here we can have a nice view of them charging towards their enemy. Wow, I like their shoes. Kind of like Arabian looking, like Alibaba shoes. Just majestic, really. Meanwhile, the tribal clubbers are not having a good day. Third and almost certainly final round. It is 2-0 to the dragons. And look at that carnage that they're causing. They're just getting pushed back and slowly burnt to a crisp by the... Wait, what? Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought from this derping out dragon. What is happening? The geishas are like walking in different directions or something, and it's just really freaking him out. It looks like the dragons are going to win, even with a third of their army points not in the fight. That's quite sad. Now we're up against the Huacha, which is one of the coolest artillery units in the game. Has a very flashy attack and reload animation. But it looks like its fanciness is not enough. It doesn't have the killing power. It kills quite a lot of them, but it's much better. If they were coming single file, it would do much better, because it goes in a long line, doesn't have much spread, there's not much girth to its attack. So about a whole line of clubbers is taken out, but all the others are fine. It just doesn't have the reload speed to deal with them, much like a lot of other siege units that we've seen. And now is the final battle. After that crushing 3-0 defeat of the Huachas to their tribal clubbers, final battle is against the Monkey King, Sun Wukong of legend. Really, he is a legend. I was going to say a living legend, but I'm not sure if he's real, and that's a polite way of saying he isn't real. Of course, he did have the ability to create these kind of illusionary clones of himself. He could also transform, which unfortunately this Monkey King cannot. The leaps are very impressive, I must say. And he also had the ability to make his stick grow extremely long. And I'm not talking about his erect phallus. But again, that's another ability that won't be represented in T.A.B.S. I must say, with the tails and all the illusions, it becomes a very messy fight. And with so many of these clubbers as well. Oh, off they go. Their incredibly accurate leaping stance. And yeah, just the puffs of smoke, all these large sticks flying around and tails in everyone's faces. You can't see shit. It's such a messy fight to watch. I think, from like a gameplay wise, these guys are pretty cool. The jumping, I think, is pretty cool. I guess the berserkers do that as well, though. And creating illusions of themselves is also cool, but their model doesn't complement their fighting stance in a way, because of their big tails and big sticks and like the feathers in their hair. It just makes it messy to watch. It's also hard to tell if any of them have died, because any corpses could be illusionary. But there's no blue corpses here, so all 3 of them are alive, and I'm very doubtful that this little club is going to be able to take them out. Although he is doing a good job of running away. He missed one swipe, beamed him in the back of the head, and he's dead. 3rd round, possibly final round. It's currently 2-0 to the Monkey Kings. Seems weird. There should really only be 1 Monkey King. Old Sun Wukong. I don't think he did have any brothers, but I'm no expert, so it's very possible that he did. And it's just a real pile up. These clubbers, they're doing a good job. I mean, they're not. I don't know why I said that at all. I'm just trying to make conversation. Conversation, is that the right word? I'm not really talking to anyone. I don't know. But my coach told me that I should never have a second of dead air. Alright then, that concludes episode 1.3, and the scores will be updated at the end of episode 1.9, so look forward to that, and I'll catch you guys in episode 1.6 whenever the Renaissance or Pirate factions come out, or maybe if it's taking a long time I'll throw in a little bonus episode or something. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but the series isn't dead for once. There's 2 episodes, so it's doing better than half of my series is. See you guys later.